When we farewelled newsreader Frank Warwick this week, we replayed a few seconds of the moment when Queensland's most wanted man surrendered to him. Tonight, we take you deep inside that dramatic moment almost exactly 30 years ago. Harold McSweeney was the fugitive. He'd broken out of Boggo Road prison inside a garbage truck and shot a detective. Rod Young reports.
Go. The garbage truck with 5 prisoners inside smashed through the prison gates. The mastermind was Harold McSweeney.
Well, it's pretty audacious, isn't it?
On the run, McSweeney robbed banks and armoured cars. Detective Ross Barnett was assigned to the case. Before being a cop, he was a Gold Coast bank teller and victim of a violent robbery.
That was a truly terrifying experience. That's why when I got the opportunity to work in the armed robbery squad, I had a real passion for that work.
He was sent to Toowoomba to investigate a tip-off about McSweeney.
So we went up looking for him. We found him that day. A fairly wild chase ensued. The informant had told us that McSweeney would be heavily armed as he was, and had made it very clear he would shoot any police who tried to arrest him.
The policeman was hit in the hip during an exchange of shots following a tip-off.
He shot me in the hip. He had a .357 Magnum, which he shot me with, and he also had a 9mm automatic, which luckily he dropped as he got out of the car.
McSweeney hijacked another vehicle and headed for Crow's Nest, where police cornered him. He surrendered to the 7 News team to avoid being shot.
And who are you?
McSweeney, Harold McSweeney.
Are you unarmed?
No gun.
Yeah. All right, we got him, he's here. Got him.
I'm sure self-preservation played a very large part in that decision.
Missing was his gun.
Where's the .357 going from here?
You're the copper, you go and find it.
Huh?
You're the copper, go and find it.
Thank you, Bobby Will.
Yeah, you do that.
Thank you.
McSweeney bragged about the garbage truck escape.
Something different, wasn't it?
Something like out of the movies.
Yeah, well, everything's got to be different, hasn't it?
How'd you come up with that idea?
You know, it's pretty boring in jail.
And he promised revenge for the informant.
I hope they're watching this tonight, so I'll never get to spend the reward money.
And fortunately for our informant, that never happened.
He scoffed at suggestions of several armed hold-ups while on the run.
These coppers have got nothing better to do except harass good citizens like myself.
You're a good citizen?
Yeah, you know the deal.
Never done anything wrong?
No. You know,
What about today?
no. I was just out driving around minding my own business and coppers start shooting at me.
During a court appearance, McSweeney escaped from the Supreme Court. He tried to hijack a council bus and was shot dead by a prison guard. Ross Barnett returned to work a month after the shooting and rose to Deputy Commissioner.
Anybody who puts on a blue shirt understands that that is a risk.
What about that policeman you shot at in Toowoomba today?
Oh, he shot at me.
What a story. Weather time now, and Tony, another chilly night ahead.
Yes, Katrina, keep the snuggie, the hoodie, or just a good old-fashioned blanket handy tonight. We are in for one of the coldest nights of the year so far tonight. And here at Bartley's Hill Lookout at Ascot, it is already cooling down, but well worth it for the view of Brisbane CBD in behind me here. Now today, of course, it was a cold start, sunny skies, but they didn't help us get up above average. Those tops were still a couple of degrees below average. Well, up to 22 degrees here in Brisbane, Ipswich and Canungra down to 4 degrees, and of course tops in the low 20s for much of the region. Onto the satellite, barely a cloud to be seen across Queensland today, with this cool and dry air mass being pushed in by southwesterly winds from a high in the Great Australian Bight. Tomorrow, not much change for us as that high remains slow moving, though lighter winds mean an even colder night ahead. A couple of cold fronts in play, one across the southeast and another one approaches the WA coast. That will bring a few showers or a storm to Perth later in the day. Melbourne could also see 1 or 2 drops of rain, then dry elsewhere. To northern Queensland, patchy cloud on the east coast, but staying dry, 28 degrees in Cairns. A few showers returning there from Tuesday onwards. Heading south, early frost over the southern inland, then sunshine to follow. Roma and Stanthorpe down around freezing point overnight, Gladstone tracking for a top of 25. Back to the southeast, and as I said earlier, you will want an extra layer or two tonight before blue skies and comfortable temperatures tomorrow. 5 up to 23 degrees in Ipswich and Beaudesert, Caboolture 8 to 23. Across the suburbs, most spots will be dipping into single figures tonight, then maximums hovering just below the May average, 9 up to 22 at Sandgate. Now, if you're keen to hit the water, light westerly winds on Moreton Bay early, then a southerly change, building up to 20 knots into the afternoon. So in Brisbane, a sunny Monday ahead. 10 overnight, though, up to a top of 23 degrees. Looking further ahead, that change of wind direction will lead to a bit more cloud by late Tuesday, then the odd shower returning on Wednesday and Thursday. In Ipswich, nights slightly warmer with that extra humidity and cloud, but still into single figures right through the next week, 9 to 23 on Wednesday. Gold Coasters, well, you're a bit more likely to see those passing showers returning. Plenty of dry breaks in between, though. And onto the Sunshine Coast forecast. Also a few drops later in the week, most likely around Wednesday and again on Sunday next weekend. But in the meantime, Katrina, more blue skies tomorrow, but a cold one tonight.
Right, thanks for the warning. That is all from us this Sunday. Thanks so much for your company. From all the team, have a great night.